Marketing, the activity or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. An academic course of study on how to promote products and services to a target audience. A department that drives the promotional engine of a business. It is responsible for increasing brand awareness overall, while also driving potential and recurring customers to a company's products or services. A budget that outlines all the money a business intends to spend on marketing-related projects over the quarter or year. Also marketing. A career that typically involves generating interest in a company's brand and products, but marketers go about that work in various ways. If you choose to pursue this in-demand work, there's more than one career path to explore and lots of growth opportunities. One could say that marketing is the single most important part of becoming successful. It's a course of study, a career, a department within a major corporation, and also a budget. It's certainly important. But what if you're marketing destruction? What if destruction is the product? This becomes your outcome. What has been marketed over the last 30 years in our communities? Not just gangster rap, not just drill music, but films, video games, all the imagery to go along with it. And it's not like we weren't warned. Cynthia Dolores Tucker, rest her soul, tried to save us from ourselves, but to no avail. See, we used to censor certain things. Like, have you ever been in a car and Bone Thugs First of the Month came on? And as your inner young person is rapping along, you stumble on a few parts? Not because you didn't know the words, but because they were playing the radio version. And that version included different words. Nowadays, it's just silence. And that silence causes curiosity. And all curious ears, no matter what age, will begin a quest to find out what was said. What's important to realize when marketing anything is a target demographic. Who is this product intended for? It's very important to understand. When advertisers want to sell something to men, they'll go get an athlete as a spokesperson. When they want to sell something to women, they'll go get a reality TV star or a model as a spokesperson. But when they want to sell something to kids, they'll either get or create a character like a Toucan Sam, Chester Cheeto, or enters the child star. Regardless of who enjoyed the art, who are the Jackson 5 meant to entertain? Was it grown men and women, or was it school age and below? A, B, C is easy as 1, 2, 3. Jackie was the oldest at 13 when the group was formed. By the time they actually made it big in 1967-68, their audience had expanded to high school and younger. New Edition, who were their target audience? What age group of women today were the ones going crazy over Bobby Brown? For my generation, it was Immature, led by Marcus Houston on the R&B side. On the rap side, it was Chris Cross. After us came the B2Ks, Lil Romeos, and that generation was led by Bow Wow. And let's stay with Bow for a minute, because one of the most important moves back then was Bow landing under Jermaine Dupri in So So Def. Do y'all remember when Bow Wow dropped? What was the song? Bounce With Me? In the video, he was bouncing a basketball. You had kids riding the scooters, kids playing outside, jump roping. Song had the little bubblegum beat. He had the dope image with the hair, the jerseys, and all of that. Kids were going absolutely crazy about him. He looked like a little Snoop. And we know how Snoop image took off. Doggy Style, my favorite album, is arguably the most anticipated album of all time. But let's stay right there, because that's exactly where I want to be. A little Snoop. Because originally, that was the intention. See, I believe no matter what, Bow Wow was going to be huge. No matter what label he was on, it was just inevitable. We have to be thankful that he landed under Jermaine and that Jermaine's intention wasn't to put out a bad message to kids. Because remember what our true introduction to Bow Wow was. Hey, you in the back with them French braids. What's your name? My name is Snoop. All right, what you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a motherfucking hustler. You better ask somebody. Or check this out. Terrible, right? So if Bow would have stayed with Death Row, rapping like this, what would have been the influence on all those little kids that looked up to him, that were following behind him? What would little Bobby J look like? I know what it looked like. Lil RT. Yeah, that's what he said. But hold up, I ain't done. Yeah, that's what they hype about. And the saddest thing is, he come from Atlanta, one of the handful of cities where a little black boy can grow up seeing black professionals of all kinds. This is a chosen path. Somebody actually invested money into this. Why? Because they want to sell a product. What's that product? Destruction. Who's the target audience? Your kids. That video had 6.7 million views on just that channel. And while I'm sure a healthy percentage of that is people like myself coming by to view it and saying no fucking way, the video of the other kids rapping right alongside of them shows that it is reaching those who it was intended to be marketed to. And let's make it clear, this ain't Lil RT's fault. He should have adults around him correcting what's coming out of his mouth, ready to slap the fruit snacks out of his mouth if he say it again. But nah, he has adults around him ready to exploit him for personal gain. Yeah, buying studio time, putting up money for a good budget video. That's who he has around him. See, when we see shit like that, see shit like a 14-year-old carjacking somebody, putting the police on a high-speed chase, jumping out that motherfucker with an AR, understand that this only happens to children that are failed at every level. This is a structural failure. If we don't do anything today, that's gonna be a 9-year-old next time. I didn't even think of this type of shit when I was 14. Those who fail to learn the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. Again, if we are putting out a product that hurts us more than anything by consuming it, are we selling that product or are we buying it? Subscribe to the channel.